Welcome everybody back to the pink table. So we're going to be taking a look at our fantasy football league and moving into match day 3. So things already heating up and we're going to be seeing a couple of massive games this weekend, mainly being Lazio against Inter in a couple of hours and Juventus Roma tomorrow evening. Got me sweating, as you can see. So we're going to have a look at our fantasy league. As I said, things starting to heat up. We're starting to see some breaks in positions. Some teams starting to show clear form while others lacking some. So let's take a look at how everything's going. Firstly, as we always do, we're going to take a look at the top game week purchases. So this week, Benacer, hot off his goal, has been added to the team. Rebic as well, who wasn't the most impressive last game, but was good for goals, has been added by many a team this week. Gvaradona, Osimhen looking fantastic for Napoli, so that's Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen being added for Napoli. And Malinovsky, which is kind of a weird one if you ask me, due to the infighting with Gasperini. So let's take a look at that. Otherwise, top sales, Gosens really not looking in form, much like Abraham for Roma. And then you've got Wijnaldum, Zaniolo, and Di Maria. Pretty self-explanatory, those ones with the injuries. So, taking a look at the game week 2 winner, SWE. So, SWE3Y. You're the current winner of the game week. Well done. Not part of our league, but overall. So, that's well done to that player. And now let's take a look at the top performing players of the last match day. So you've got Silvestri in goal for Udinese. They had a good game with a closeout. I think that ended in a draw last week as a 0-0. So probably getting in a few saves, plus the clean sheet, equal 12 points for him. Smalling with the goal and the clean sheet. That was really solid. Gigi doing well for Torino, also keeping the clean sheet. Terzic for Fiorentina, who I actually did have in my team right at the beginning, and then I sold off because I thought he wasn't going to get game time. So Terzic is a good option because he's also really cheap. Kim Min-jae, so also really good signing by Napoli. He managed to bag a goal as well in their routing of Monza. But he's looking really solid. I don't know if he's going to be able to fully replace Koulibaly, but so far signs are positive. The midfield is Benacer bagging the goal for Milan there that landed up securing the draw against Atalanta. Kvaratskhelia, who's just looking like a cut above the rest. He looks superhuman at the moment. Malinovsky, who cancelled out Benacer's goal. You got Çalhanoğlu, you got Zielinski along the line there in the midfield. And then the lone striker, you've got Thomas Henry, who is an interesting move. He's also not too expensive, so if you're looking for a low-value striker, he might actually be getting you some goals this season. Okay, so that's the best team of the week. If you want to take a look at the overall best formation, you can do that as well. So that just gives you count of who's scoring the most points. Like I said, Kvaratskhelia looking crazy good at the moment, like double the points is the next best players in midfield. Insane. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our league. Okay, so as you can see, the overall winner right now in our league is Park the Bus, Mr. Sabir Yusuf. Well done, 168 points. You've got 15 points off Lanyo in second place, and Juventus falling off about 20 points behind you, 19 points behind you. So you're already starting to grab a bit of a lead. Well done. You guys are our top 3. Jose is the GOAT. You're just in behind at 4th, and you've got a group of people following you at 47, 47, 47, 46, 45. So that's going to be hectic right up there at the top. It's really going to depend how you guys play the next couple of weeks, who's going to break away at the top. Remember to choose the right captain, because that's always big, and always try and keep an eye on who's going to potentially play, who's not going to play. That's the trick. We all want our hands on that €100 Amazon gift card at the end. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you my team for the week. Okay, drama straight from the get-go. Mike Magnan dropped to the bench against Bologna. Shock horror. I've gone for Falcone against Empoli. I just feel like the Empoli attack doesn't have much punch to it. And Falcone does give in a lot of saves, which accumulate to extra points. So I'm hoping for Lecce's first clean sheet plus a group of saves for points from Falcone. Might be ill-advised, but hey, that's me. Then defense, playing with the three-man defense. I'm playing with Kim against Fiorentina, Singo against Cremonese, Dodò against Napoli. So the defense is a bit of a mixed bag there. I'm not so sure. I'm happy with that, honestly, just because Dodò and Kim, one of them is not going to get a clean sheet unless I land up with the 0-0, but that's going to cause me other problems elsewhere in the field. So I might just take him off for Gosens. The midfield of Kvaratskhelia, Rebic, Sabiri, and De Ketela is going to be very heavy on Milan. And then the attack I'm happy with. The attack of Abraham, Osimhen, and Jovic, they're all playing tough games. And once again, you've got that Fiorentina-Napoli battle. But that's going to be, I think, a cracker. Both teams play aggressive, pressing football, and we could be in for a high-scoring match. So maybe I should actually take those defenders out. We'll see. Okay, so food for thought. I did go and bring in Sabiri and De Ketela, so I got myself a 4-point penalty. But I think that Sabiri is just looking in good form. Ederson was out for me. Zaniolo was out for me. I was starting to pick up a lot of injuries in midfield. Something needed to be done. So I went ahead and did that. So let's go see if we can snoop in on Damien's team. First we've got to find it. But yeah, let's go snoop. There's my team. There we go, Demo Sands. Unfortunately, I can't click into your teams right now. How unfortunate. Okay, well, yeah, that is my little breakdown of, the best players of the last match week, the worst players of the last match week, and my current team. But let's go take a look at the matches that we've got coming our way as well this evening. Tomorrow and the next day, obviously. Okay, so starting off with this evening, we've got Monza Torino in about 3.5 hours. So I think that gives you just about 2 hours to get everything locked in. Choose your captain, choose your vice captain. I've gone for Kvaratskhelia as my captain with Abraham as my vice. Last week, Zaniolo, if he had not got injured, I'm still sure he would have got me points, but what can you do? So we've got Monza against Udinese. It's going to be a tough one. The new team of Galliani's and Berlusconi's, they made a lot of splash on the market, but I feel like they're going to struggle a lot this year. Udinese, on the other hand, haven't had the brightest start, but their defense is strong. They've got that same solid, aggressive mentality. They keep on adding talented wingers despite selling a whole bunch. So you can never really dub them as a team that's going to go down. But Monza's probably going to struggle this one. Lazio Inter is all up in the air for me. No surprise, they're probably my two least favorite teams. Maybe Juventus is in that grouping. But it's going to be interesting to see them play. I'm going to be sitting there come un gufo a guardare, aspettare che qualcuno perda. A me non frega se la Lazio o l'Inter. If one of them loses, better for Roma. Then tomorrow we've got Cremonese Torino, Juventus Roma, which is going to be a cracker. Cremonese Torino is going to be interesting. Both teams play a really good press game. So it's a pity I'm not going to be able to watch that one because I'm going to have eyes glued on the Juventus Stadium. Juve Roma sarà una partita fantastica, nel senso solo che nessuna delle due squadre ha un centrocampo. Neither team has a midfield, so it's going to be crazy to watch these two teams battle it out at central midfield, or not. The rumor is that Roma is moving closer to the idea of placing an extra man in midfield, so playing with the wing-backs, 3 defenders, wing-backs, Cristante, Matic and Pellegrini as the central 3 with Dybala and Abraham up front. And I think that might be the winning tactic just because of the fact that Juventus showed very little midfield. So did we, but them less, I think. Moving on to Milan-Bologna. Milan should easily win this game despite all the transfer rumor going on at the moment surrounding Rafa Leao. From my understanding, there's a lot of pressure being put on the club by Jorge Mendes and some of the players' entourage, mainly his family, to allow the player to go. From my understanding, even the highest offer that Milan is willing to give the player in terms of a contract renewal is considered to be ridiculously low compared to the Chelsea offer. Not 100% sure, but from what I'm hearing, Milan willing to go up to 5 and Chelsea already offering the player 10. Let's be honest, if Milan were to offer the player 10, I'm sure Chelsea would offer 12. So that's the problem Italian football has at the moment. Compared to the English teams, we just can't compete financially. I personally hope Leao stays in the league, but 120 million or anywhere, from what I've heard, it's going to be a 90 million offer with bonuses that can take it up to about 115. Is a huge offer for Milan. They are going to have to give or help Rafa give X amount back to Sporting, or there's some deal in place there, or Lille. I can't remember exactly the deals. We need Damien on the call for that. But there's no real negotiation in place with Chelsea at the moment, but Chelsea are pressing quite hard, and you would feel that if Milan say no now to 120 million euro, will they ever get that again? And will Leao renew? That's the question I would be asking. Sort of the situation Roma's got with Zaniolo, but we're not talking about 120 in that case. We're talking, depends who you believe, anywhere between 30 and 60. So yeah, different situation, but it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in the next couple of days. The expert of Mercato, Fabio Cordella, is saying that the player doesn't finish the year in Rossonero. Spezia Sassuolo is going to be another interesting game. I would give a tip to Sassuolo, though. Both teams seem to be lacking attacking firepower to me this year, but let's see how that progresses with signings like Pinamonti. The next day we got Hellas and Atalanta. Atalanta looking really good against Milan, but so are Hellas as of recent. So let's see if Atalanta can keep up the form that they had against the Rossoneri last week and get another win. Salernitana Samp is not the most exciting match for me. I do like a lot of the players Salernitana's brought in, but I think that's going to be a game of a 0-0 caliber. I see both teams and like crossing each other out. Watch me be wrong and it end in a 4-5 smasher. Fiorentina-Napoli is the third big game of the weekend, and it's going to be a really exciting one. Fiorentina, for a lot of hype, have looked underwhelming so far. Even last night against Twente, not going beyond a 0-0 draw. Don't get me wrong, they are back in Europe, back in the Conference League with that draw, so good result, but I've been expecting more from them. And then the other game closing out the weekend at the same time is Lecce-Empoli, which I'm hoping Lecce is going to get the edge. Like I said, I've got Falcone in goals, and I see them good for the win there. But otherwise, let me know what you guys think. Update your captain, update your vice captain, get those formations in. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe the channel. We've got an Instagram account as well, so go check out all the content on there. And yeah, keep on watching the Pink Table.